Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's my weekly outlook for the week of Sunday, September 21st, 2025. Last week I covered four pairs and I'll get right into that. So last week, AU, I predicted the market was going to continue higher and it did continue higher. For EU, my bias was also the same for the market to continue higher. Market did continue higher. GU, my outlook for GU was um, preparing for a sale, but the market didn't do that. It turned around and continued to buy, correlating with EU, of course. And then, last but not least, AU. I expect the market to sell, and it did continue selling. All right, moving on to what I see this week. Same pairs, same four pairs. As of right now, with AU, bias is a sell. Looking at this trend here, what's happening now is that it is it's currently in the sale. It's very low, low on the volume. So what that means is it doesn't mean it's going to exactly reverse right now, but one or two things it can correct or it can continue selling. But nevertheless, um, something that I want to see is the market to correct first before continuing to sell. Moving over to EU, my bias here is also a sell. Looking at this trend here, and what's happening now, quite similar to AU. It's pretty low. Um, it's, it's low and it's decreasing in volume. But again, that doesn't mean exactly it will turn around right now. It continue selling, then correct, and continue selling lower, or which I prefer is if the market corrects and then continue selling lower. Moving on over to GU, by also a sell. Looking at this trend here, quite similarly with the past two. It is low. Um, so it can, one of two things, it can continue selling, then correct, or it can correct and then continue selling. What I would like to see though is definitely the market to correct and then continue selling low. And last but not least, I have UJ. My bias here is for the market to sell. Now, I want to make one thing known. UJ itself is actually buying, but this what I'm looking at right now is yen futures. The yen futures is inverted, so meaning it's flipped upside down. So UJ is buying, but then yen futures is selling. Okay, so for yen futures, my bias is a sell. Looking at this trend here, again we got low volume. So I prefer that the market corrects first, then can continue selling. However, once the market is open, it can also just continue selling um, until it's ready to correct. Well, that's my weekly outlook for this week. Thank you all for listening.